my mods to make it easier for them. Thank you for bearing with me. All right. This is about how to become a tactical athlete. All right. Now, if you want to be a bodybuilder, get all big, muscled up, well, that will happen doing these exercises, but that's not the point of these exercises. The point of these exercises is to give you a tactical advantage in any war situation. And just a good old brawl is a personal one-on-one war. That's facts. So that you need to understand. And being a tactical athlete is very different from being someone that does regular workouts, such as bench pressing, which we do all that. Hey, Ashton, what's up, brother? You fixing to become a tactical athlete. I'm going to get you there, buddy. Now you're 18 soon. Now I can work with you and work on things. So, yeah, this video is about so any of this stuff that you don't have, Ashton, let me know, and I'll make sure you get it, okay? To become a tactical athlete, you're going to need a squirt bottle. Now, anybody that trains, any boxer, because, you know, a lot of my method is based on boxing, because anyone can learn how to box. Now, I do sneak some Muay Thai in there and other martial arts. But when it comes to the hands, it's mainly boxing for self-defense. Now, we do a lot of other things, but get you a water bottle, okay? Also, I'm going to be doing a series. I already have one video out there of showing you just basic stuff, but I'm going to start doing it on the regular. And all you got to do is join the channel. It's like $2, okay? And I'm just doing that to have people that are serious and to keep the trolls out for interrupting the workout. So it's like $2. It's whatever level you want to join the channel. Because if you join the highest channel, well then the elite channel members, there's this thing called StreamYard to where I can send you a link and we will literally be one-on-one to where I can personally coach you. Because remember, practice does not make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. If you learn bad habits in your training, you're going to do it in a combat situation. That's just the way it is. So, first thing, you need to stay hydrated. And these squirt bottles are great. Just to squirt the water in your mouth. Okay? Now, if you have motivational problems, like me, alright? Because I'll just admit it, I'm lazy by nature. But, you see, when you talk to me, I'm high energy. It's because of this right here. It don't have to be this particular kind. Pre-workout. I drink a lot of pre-workout. And that gets me off my lazy rear end and motivates me to train. So, yeah, I do a lot of pre-workout. That's why when you see me, y'all, I don't do drugs except for caffeine. Caffeine is a drug, by the way. But just stuff like this, okay? So get you a good pre-workout. That way you won't be lazy or feeling lazy. And I showed you the workout bottle. You can put that in here, okay? I'm showing you the things you need. That way you already have these. That way when you become a channel member at any level, like the basic $2 a month, you will get trained up real good just at that level. you want the one-on-one training, well, then you join the highest level and we'll train on StreamYard. All right? So, now that we got that out of the way, to protect your hands and wrists, because we're not here for nobody to get hurt. All right? Yeah, the coffee. Coffee works just as good, man. Okay, so, yeah, coffee. You know, coffee is a great pre-workout. But get you some hand wraps. This particular brand right here is a good brand. But any brand will do. But honestly, you know, it does matter. You know, brands, some brands are different. And this particular brand is a good brand. Yeah, my dad, thank God today, I got a family member coming over, a man, one of the few family members that are, one of the few male family members that are helping, that are a big help. So today I got a male family member coming over to help me out. And that is such a blessing, you know. We do got some good family members, and thank God he's coming out. He knows I need a little rest, so he's going to come out, and he's taking him to a doctor's appointment today also. So that's awesome. That way I don't have to take him. But get these wraps, okay? I will show you how to use them. Something going on. And every time you train, after you get done training, get you like a garment bag, because if you just throw these in the washer or dryer, they're going to mess your washer or dryer up. Ask me how I know. So get you like a garment bag. Let me find one. Get you a garment bag, something like this, to after you work out, to put them in the garment bag and zip it up and wash them and dry them so they don't mess up your washer and dryer, okay? And after they're washed and dried, it's better and they work better. Like, I didn't do it with these, but I'm going to show you. You just roll them up. But this is why we use these, okay? Because, let's see, it's the wrong way. Now, people wrap different hands differently, okay? Me, I got my own way of doing it. I don't want to break my wrist, and I don't want to break my hand while I'm training. So, you know, you just wrap your wrist really good. Okay? I'm showing you this stuff now. That way, when you become a channel member and you train, I don't have to go over this as much and use up our time. But you wrap your wrists and your knuckles really good. Okay? And you kind of go back and forth, back to your wrist. And you'll learn to wrap them tight, but not so tight to where your fingers go to sleep. All right? And there's a million different ways to wrap them, okay? So there is not really a wrong way of doing it. There's other people that go, oh, I can wrap them better. Yes, there is people that can wrap their hands better than I wrap mine. It's also easier if you have someone there to wrap them for you. That's a big help. Like my wife, she is really good at wrapping these hands. But if you don't wrap your hands and you do this training, you're going to hurt yourself. See, you can make a good fist with that. And it's not even halfway wrapped yet. And a lot of people, they run them through the fingers like that to hold them in place. You know. But that causes them to fold. But that's why you really need to roll these up after they've been washed, which these were not. I'm not perfect. Just, you know, when we train, I will watch out for bad habits. If you learn a bad habit in training, you're going to do it while you're in combat, you know. But that right there, it's a simple but effective. That way your wrist is good and tight. You're not going to break your wrist. You're not going to break your hand. And you got a good wrap. Okay. Now, you need to make sure you wrap when you buy MMA gloves. Make sure they're big enough to wear over your hand wraps. Okay? So, you want them tight, but I have other gloves, but these are my best ones. These have been in the cage. These are my money makers right here. These MMA gloves right here, I've been in a lot of cage fight with these right here. And when it comes to MMA gloves, you can get whatever kind you want. You can even get Everlast at Walmart. They're cheap. They're not near as, they don't have not near as much hand protection as these do. And I want you to protect your hands as much as you can, because we're also going to be wearing these gloves working with sticks. So when you got a workout partner and we're working with sticks, pretending that the stick is a knife or a sword, this will keep from your hand getting broken. So hand protection is important. And you may have to throw them hands before you can get to your primary weapon. People need to understand that. Just because you got a 2A doesn't mean, oh, I'm good for the whole world. No, I work as a bouncer, so I know what I'm talking about. People will get so close that you won't have time to get your 2A. You'll literally have to throw hands just to get them back off of you so you can get to your 2A. Or whatever it is you... Oh, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, James. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Thank you. I appreciate that. I make a big deal out of super chats because it is a big deal. It enables me to stay home and take care of my dad, because I normally work as a bouncer. But I'm still going to be sticking with YouTube and doing these classes when I go back to work, when my dad is in heaven with my mother. I've been doing YouTube for 8 years. And you watch all my previous videos, and you'll see I never asked for no super chats or nothing. Just lately, because I haven't been able to work in 4 months, guys. It costs money to get by. So anyway, if you just join the channel, you know, I'll make certain videos for channel members. But I'm showing you what you need to get. You get you some hand wraps, get you some good MMA gloves, okay? That protects your hands. Keep them getting broke. You break your hand, you can't train, all right? So, that right there, that's a good brand. Everything's backwards on these phones, so I don't know which way y'all seeing it. But thank you so much for that super chat, James. I really appreciate it, brother. My man. Shout out to my dog called... Okay, I had a heat stroke, so I'm going to spell it to make sure I don't get it wrong. Inara. I would say that, but I'm scared I'm going to butcher that name. So... James is giving a shout out to his buddy, Inara. So shout out there, buddy. All right, new to the channel, love, respect, what we do to people. We need to unite across the country if we're going to exceed. You know what? That's like gospel right there. You're absolutely correct. Rights above rules. You're exactly right. We need to unite. Stop all this division. Stop watching the mainstream propaganda. Stop that shit. And just train and love each other. We're in this shit together, okay? But you see, man, these wrist wraps, good MMA gloves, wrist wraps. All right. Now, we're going to talk about knee protection. This company right here, Rehab band. Now, these will keep from you blowing your knees out, or if you have a bad knee, will hold it together to keep from messing it up any worse. So we do a lot of running, a lot of cardio to be a tactical athlete. Good morning, Pennsylvania Preparedness. To be a tactical athlete, if you're able to, because, you know, there's a lot of people that's got limitations. I have a guy that is in a wheelchair, so I'm training him to use the tools he has at hand, which he's got them hands, you know, and I would have no problem putting him by a door or window with a long barrel, because that man gets some big ass bucks hunting. He'll get a buck that most hunters only dream of. So even though he's in that wheelchair, he's got a strong upper body, and with that long barrel, I'm 100% confident in him. So, you know, we will work around your limitations. Use the tools you have at hand. Hey, Joe, what's up, my buddy? Use the tools you have at hand. So if you don't want to blow your knees out, get your rehab band to wear when we're working out. All right. So, wrist wrap. Good MMA gloves. You can get by with them cheap ones, but breaking your hands no fun. I got a pair of the cheap ones and they work, but if you got to go with the cheap ones, don't hit very hard or you're going to hurt yourself. Knee protection. Okay. Now, and use these to wash your hand wraps in and wash them so you're not the stinky guy. Okay. Or gal. Now, jump ropes. These are key to our workouts. Because you can jump rope with the knee braces. And if you got bad ankles, I'm going to show you what to use for that. Because I got an ankle that likes to roll on me. And that really sucks. Well, that's the one with my cup in it. Alright, I got so much stuff in my workout bag because I train hard. Well, I guess I'll get to the ankle braces later. Okay, now, there's one jump rope will work, okay? But this one is a weighted cable. This, they both, and this is a speed jump rope. I use both because you can tell a difference. This works on certain muscles because jumping rope works on literally almost every muscle in your body and will truly get you in real conditioning, because I challenge you to get a jump rope and just jump it for 3 minutes. Just 3 minutes. Because when I fight, it's 3 3-minute rounds or 5 5-minute rounds when I MMA fight. Okay, you know, see, I train here. But I'm not just an MMA fighter, I'm a bouncer. So I deal with people that's got weapons. And I used to be a contractor, but I'm not even going to get into that right now. We're just going to talk about me working as a bouncer and dealing most of the time. Sometimes I do got to deal with these, but most of the time it's knives. Most of the time it's knives. People are coming at me with knives. And I can show you these sleeves that you can order. They're slash proof. And my knife self-defense is based on boxing. So if you can box, you can defend yourself against a knife. Now, if someone pulls a knife on you, I recommend running. But you may be in a situation where you can't run. If your family's there, you know, if you're, there's certain situations that you may be cornered to where you cannot run. And then I got a whole playlist on knife fighting. And I recommend don't just watch it, but practice the moves, okay? But jumping rope works on every muscle in your body, works on your cardio, but every exercise I do has more than one outcome, okay? Because jumping rope also works on your timing. And timing is a lot when it comes to hand-to-hand combat or weapons. 90 days sober. Oh, yeah. Awesome, Joe. I know you were dealing with it. 90 days sober. I'm so proud of you, brother. My mods, they're reading this stuff. I can't read it that far back. But, Joe, congratulations, man. 90 days sober. Is it like, for me, if you look at past videos, I never smoked cigarettes. I never liked nicotine. But I did unknowingly. I got addicted to those vape pens. Well, here soon I'm going to show you how I got unaddicted. And man, I had no idea that nicotine... Yeah, I used to pick on people about smoking and tell them, just quit smoking. And they're like, it's harder than you think. Well, I never smoked, so I didn't know. Well, doing them damn nicotine vape pens, now I know, buddy. Quitting that nicotine is hard. But I got a secret trick that'll help you. And I'll show that in a few days. So try to quit smoking. It'll help your cardio also. And save you money. Alright? Awesome. Yeah, do what you got to do, All-American Prepper. I might have to look at those rehab. Yeah. Yeah, Pennsylvania preparedness. This is like a miracle. Whoever made these, they knew what the hell they were doing. I've tried every knee brace. I have spent a lot of money because my knee blew out in my mid-20s. So you can imagine from my mid-20s to shit, man. I got some years on me. I don't even like telling how old I am. But you see the shape I'm in for my age? Shit. I fight young guys all the time and I beat the brakes off of their ass. And I got 11 grandkids, so yeah, I am a grandpa. But these rehab bands, man, if you got a bad knee, this is a lifesaver, even in a normal day life. For instance, like if you got a bum knee and your knee is just hurting while you're working, you know, just everyday life, if your knee's hurting you, if you get these rehab bands and wear them, the compression and the heat, just everything. Whoever made these things is a damn genius. And if it ain't a man, I'd kiss him on the lips. All right? So, these rehab bands, forget about any other kind of knee brace. In my opinion, they're all garbage. I've tried them all. Even the kinds that are mechanical, that takes the weight off. No. But these rehab bands, all you do is Google it. You can order it from Amazon. But make sure you're getting the authentic rehab bands. They are the best in the world. So, if you got two bad knees, go ahead and order you some rehab bands. You will be very thankful that you got these. Honestly, I could not. I'm not even going to lie to you. When I blew my knee out, I was supposed to have a major knee surgery. But at that time, I was doing contract work, and I was like, I cannot afford to take a half a year off of work for the knee surgery and then to get my knee back in combat condition. Can't do it. So what I did was I used every freaking knee brace there was that I could find. And when I found these, problem solved. So I'll swear by these, even for everyday life. If your knees just hurt walking around, gardening, working, anything, these right here will help so much. They're worth their weight in gold. If nothing else out of this video, if you got bad knees and you order these rehab bands, you won't owe me a thank you because you're a mod. Do you have that capital? Do you run? Yes, I run with them. I could not run without these. I couldn't be. Yes, I run with these. If I didn't have this on, I can't run. I mean, if my life depended on it, I could. But after I ran, my knee's going to be all jacked up, swollen up, ibuprofen, limping, jacked. So I wear these at work every night, all night long, because I'm on my feet. And without this, I couldn't do these workouts. I couldn't even do my job. Because, pain medicine, all that does is hide the pain. You're just tearing your knee up more. That's all you're doing. You're tearing it up more by taking pain medicine and still operating, being an operator, a tactical athlete. But, man, I could go on for hours about how good these are. So just buy these. You will thank. You'll be so happy. Now, make sure, because when you look them up, you literally got to measure your leg because they make them so good that they need to know the measurements of your leg to send you the right ones. And the right fitting ones makes all the difference. You get the right ones, the right rehab band. Like I said, I got a bunch of these because I couldn't be an athlete without them. It is what it is. So just to keep from you blowing out your knees, and if you got bad knees, yeah, limping after a run is normal, but if you stretch and you use these rehab bands, nope. If I ran without them, I'd be out of commission for 3 days. And I run 7 miles every morning, and I run 7 miles every evening. And I'm not talking about jog, I'm talking about running. And the only thing that gets me to stop is aluminum cans, because I pick up cans. So y'all please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate that too, by the way. And hit the like button. But subscribe to the channel. Become a channel member, because the actual training videos, you're going to have to be a channel member. And it's only like $2 a month. And then if you want one-on-one training, join the high channel member. And I'll send you a link to where we can literally be on the computer face-to-face. And I can train with you. All right? But again, good Lord have mercy. Rehab bands. I could go on for these for hours. That will save your knees. And if you got bad knees, you're in the shit. And again, we do a lot of jump roping. And get both kinds. Get you a speed rope and the weighted one. And both of these, they sell at Walmart. Okay. Now I'll dig out my wrist. I got ankle braces also because I got one ankle that rolls. But they're basically I don't know where in the hell they're at. My wife keeps track of all my shit, but she does it in a way that I can't function without her. And she does that shit on purpose. Okay? Like I got a whole bag of freaking tape. Always taping up shit. Now, also, this is a training knife. Now, I got a bunch of training knives. I got some that look real. Okay? But this particular training knife, it's more forgiving. And you really need military grade eye protection on. Hey, what's up, XOG? You're right about that nuclear war video you made. That's awesome. Everybody check out, look, Pennsylvania Preparedness, drop the link to your channel. Everyone, please subscribe to his channel. Ex-New York Prepper, ex-NYC OG Prepper, subscribe to his channel. Both those guys got great channels. All my Hey, Hannah. Hey, good to have you in here. But this is one of many of my training knives, okay? Because to be a tactical warrior, to a tactical athlete, knife self-defense is really important. And this is easy to make. And we train with these so they don't hurt too bad. But also when we are training with fake knives, get you eye protection. Okay? Just a good set of eye protection. Military grade. Alright, glad to have you here. My favorite knife, a K-bar. I like a K-bar. I have a training knife. That's another thing too though. Cold steel makes good knives. And the thing about cold steel is almost every knife that they make, they also sell it with a trainer. You can buy a trainer knife that weighs the same, looks the same, feels the same, but it's made for training, not for hurting. All right. Thanks, Pennsylvania, for dropping that link. Here, the rally meetup video link for XNYC coming in October. Awesome! Thank you for dropping. Man, I got such awesome mods, man. What? I love you guys and gals. I got the best mods there is. I just want to show you all this. There's many different training knives. Cold steel, literally. If you pick you out a good cold steel knife you like, they probably sell one that's identical to it, just a training knife. So that's a good way to go. But me, I was trained with the K-bar. So naturally, I'm going to use a K-bar. I mean, look, I like K-bar so much. I'm going to stretch my damn shirt out. You know, I got 2 K-bars tattooed on my arm. You know. So, yeah, that's my favorite knife is these K-bars, man. Yeah, magic markers work great. Well, what we do is we get these knives, we get these right here, and we'll get red lipstick. And we will put red lipstick. Oh, we'll paint these with red lipstick. Then we'll put on white t-shirts. So you got white t-shirt, and then you got red lipstick ran down all of your knife blade. And then we spar. And then we back up, and then anywhere that red lipstick is where you got cut if that was a real knife. So, yeah. Yeah, I've been doing that for years. And I didn't come up with that. That's not something I thought of. I actually have took a lot of knife fighting courses, and I learned that from other instructors. Everything I know, is not self-taught. I learned from other instructors. But the red lipstick with a white t-shirt, spar with your buddy, wear safety glasses so you don't put your eye out, and then back up, and then you can look, and that red lipstick will show everywhere you would have gotten cut. Okay? I know a little bit about what I'm talking about, people. Like I said, I was a contractor. Now I'm a bouncer, head of security at the biggest strip club in Tampa. So, yeah, I know what the hell I'm talking about. I have been cut. I don't have eyes in the back of my head. So I've had guys come up behind me and get me. And I got videos of my wife sewing me up. Okay. Also, go to be a tactical athlete, I'm going to train you how to use a tourniquet. And Refuge Medical sells the best tourniquet carrying system. And it comes with a cat tourniquet. Okay? So, when you order your tourniquet, I recommend Refuge Medical. Now, when you order you a EDC belt, because everybody needs an EDC belt, you need one. Get you a Core Essentials, is what it's called. I got them. That's the only. I've had a lot of battle belts and a lot of EDC belts, and I only use Core Essentials. It's the only one I use because they're the best. Same, and Core Essentials, they sell a tourniquet carrier, and even though Core Essentials, man, they take care of me, but they give me some really good deals on them belts. I may even have a discount code somewhere in my channel. I don't know, but I really like their belts. So that's another thing. Get you an EDC belt, and I recommend Core. But they sell tourniquet carriers, Core does, and they're good. But on this channel, you're going to get honesty, you're going to get truth, logic, and common sense. And honestly, Refuge Medical's tourniquet carrying system, it's the best one on the market. Awesome XNYC. Yeah, you can use anything, a pool noodle, anything for a knife. But, like I said, this is a game changer with red lipstick and white shirts. Then you spar, and then you stop and back up. And then it shows everywhere you hit the person with that training blade. And again, Cold Steel, they sell great training knives, very great training knives. They're rather costly. You can make you one. I made this. It didn't cost me but a couple of dollars. You can make you a good training knife. Or, you could spend money and get you a good one. I have one that was given to me. It's a butterfly knife, but in combat, and I wouldn't use a butterfly knife. They're cool and all, and they're fun. But, and I had to sell most of my stuff, to pay bills. But anyway, so get you a good training knife or make your own. All right? Get you a good freaking tourniquet and learn how to use it. So that's the basics, okay? Now soon I'm going to be pumping out videos of how to be a tactical athlete. I'm just showing you what you need so you got a good head start. Like these things right here. Now I got them that goes from 50 pounds all the way up to 300 pounds. But you could just buy the El Cheapos at Walmart. And I'm telling you, there's exercises I'm going to show you to do. Because having that weapon retention being able to hold on to your weapon in the combat situation, that is important. And just a fun fact, don't hold your knife like this. If you lunge at me with your knife, which a lot of people do that, they even make thumb rests to put your thumb there. If you lunge at me, well, attack the hand, because it's the easiest thing to get to. And if you mess their hand up, they can't hold a knife. But someone lunges at me like this, I'm just going to use my knife. I'm just going to cut their thumb off. And that's an easy target. When they're way out there, there it is. It's right there. I'm just going to cut it off. And when you take that thumb off, they're not going to be able to hold that weapon. And they're going to be in excruciating pain. So that's a fight ender. Just remember, when they lunge, swack, take it right off. And like I said, I encounter more knives than I do guns. So that is the reality of the situation. And when the shit does hit the fan, even though there's a lot of ammunition out there, eventually ammunition is going to be hard to find. And then everybody's going to have to go to the blade. And there is certain situations I'd rather have a blade than a 2A. I know a lot of people, they'll argue with me and all that. But do you work as a bouncer? Are you head of security? Have you done security your entire life? Have you been shot? I have. Have you been stabbed? I have. Have you been cut? I have. Hell, I even got attacked by an axe. I guess the guy was a freaking Viking, okay? I have. So I know what the hell I'm talking about. I got the scars to prove it. And so I'm just going to make this, I'm going to wrap it up here in a second. Thank y'all so much for the super chats. I appreciate that. And I need them. And join the channel so y'all can, because I'm going to set it for channel members only. So y'all can become a tactical athlete. Like X, man, he's on the road. Boy, that dude's fast, buddy. Yeah, to each is their own. There are benefits to both. I probably missed something here. Oh, okay. Yeah. To each his own. What model? Man, I hate to stand up because I got shorts on. And, damn it. But let me go over here and try to see. All right. Okay. Here is the core EDC belt. Okay. Core Essentials. I should have got my other belt because it's written on there. But this is a Core Essentials belt. Man, it's the best EDC belt on the market. You cannot get a better one. It just the way it part of being a tactical athlete is having a good EDC belt. But it's the way, I don't know if you can hear this. But let me listen. You hear that? These things, they snap into place and it ain't coming off unless you release it. But it's not like a regular belt. It's literally got a system back here that snaps in place. And they say on the box, do not use these to repel. It says don't do it. Well, I'm not going to tell you to do it, but just to see how strong they were, I had a backup system, of course, but I had all my weight on a core belt, EDC belt, And I would have no problem using one to repel with. None. Now, here's their battle belt. Okay. It is freaking awesome. And it's the same system. It's just bigger. But it's the same system. See, listen. Hear that? That clicking. Man, once it's clicked in, it's not coming out until you release it. So, to be a tactical athlete, you need an EDC belt. You need a tactical flashlight. You know, you need a tactical knife. You know, whatever your everyday carry is. But I strongly recommend a tactical flashlight. And my personal, so far, my personal favorite shit, I got so many damn lights up here. Anyway, I didn't plan this. Oh, here it is. Okay. My personal favorite tactical light is this Bushnell. It says on here somewhere, unless I don't rub. Oh, there it is. This is my personal favorite tactical light. Is a Bushnell. And look at the ridges around that. Okay. To be a tactical athlete, you have an EDC belt, carry a tactical flashlight. You shine that in somebody's eyes, this is so bright, it's going to blind them. And when they're blinded, they're at your mercy. You blind them. And me personally, because I carry two. One is 9, 2 is 1. I always carry 2 tactical lights. Because if my dominant hand gets injured, I still got my other hand to use. I carry 2 of everything. That way, if one gets injured, I can use the other one. But I'll shine this in someone's eyes. And then if I have to engage, hammer fist. Hammer fist. And you hammer fist someone and put your thumb here so it don't slip. Or just, you got a G.I. Joe grip because you work out with these like a maniac. Even at work, if you're stressed out, your boss, you're just like, oh, the summit. Because there's always that asshole at work that pisses you off. Carry one of these to work. When you're stressed out, just sit there and squeeze it. And it relieves stress. And it gives you that weapon retention. Okay? But one in each hand, shine it. So they're blinded. Then hammer fist to the face. Bam, bam, bam. Hammer fist, hammer fist, hammer fist. And you hammer fist with this solid piece of metal, it's going to hurt them. And I'm not encouraging violence. This is self-defense, not violence, okay? Because the best way to win a fight is do not get into one. How many fights have you been in MMA? Hundreds. Thank you, applesauce. I've been in hundreds of MMA fights, hundreds of boxing matches, hundreds of kickboxing matches. I think that's why, not just a heat stroke, that I've had so many concussions from boxing, kickboxing, MMA, that I don't have a short-term memory. It's just, I just don't have it. And I think it's from all the concussions I've gotten from boxing, kickboxing. That punch drunk, that's a real thing. And I think it's more than just because I do not do drugs. I do not drink alcohol. So when you hear me talking and my speech is a little slurred, it's because I'm exhausted, for one. And 2, is because of my heat stroke and I've had so many damn concussions. What is my weight class? Well, see, all you got to do, go in my community and you'll see me with a bunch of different belts. But I will fight at whatever. When I was young, in my early 20s, I fought at 139. Now, my bones weigh more than that. I could never go to 139. But I have a picture of me when I'm in Golden Gloves boxing. It's in my community, on the channel. And I was Golden Gloves at 139 pounds. Now I like to fight around 225, 240. I do better fighting heavyweight. For some reason, I just do better fighting heavyweight. So my walk around weight is between 225 and 245. It's all according to how much I've been working. Because when I'm working 12 hours, 7 days, 6 days a week, well, I don't have time to eat a whole lot of food. That's another thing, too, about being a tactical athlete, is to eat clean. These wild edibles that I show you to eat, because I have a whole playlist on wild edibles. There's no pesticides on them. There's no chemical fertilizer on them. There's no weird science on them. These wild edibles are more nutritious for you than anything you can buy in the store. And if you ever can't buy in the store, for instance, okay, true story. I got a woman and I trade, I barter, I do her yard work because it's just she just can't, it's hard for her to get out and do certain things in her yard. Now she's able to garden, okay, but to push mow her yard, which is a very large yard, and she can't afford a riding lawnmower. But I do the bartering system. But let me get to the story. She was complaining about, man, even though she grew a garden, it wasn't a big garden, she can only do so much, got some years on her. But she got a bunch of naked land. What I mean by naked land, no houses, no nothing, just natural land growing, just naturally. And she was like, man, I'm spending almost $200 a week on groceries. She says, I've gotten it down to around 100, but it's eating stuff, I said, well, if you're just willing to eat stuff, I showed her how to go out in the back, pick the wild edibles, cook them and eat them. Now she is saving $100 a week on her grocery bill by eating those wild edibles. And she keeps telling me, I feel better. I feel better eating those. She ate them for a couple of weeks, and you can even tell her skin started looking better. I don't know what the hell they're putting on these freaking food in the store. I don't know. But it's nothing good, I can tell you that. But by her diet now switching to mainly wild edibles, and yeah, she's one of them older ladies that's got no problem getting a squirrel or a rabbit with a pellet gun. Okay, whole nother story. But the wild edibles, she looks healthier. She's saving $100 a week on groceries. And it's free food right there in her yard, wild. And I got a whole playlist on that. So, to be a tactical athlete, you need to eat clean as possible. And the wild edibles, they're clean and they're free. So you'll save $100 a week on groceries by eating wild edibles. And that'll free up $100 a week to get training gear, to pay your credit cards down, whatever. You know, I'm sure everyone can use an extra $100 a week. And if you can't, man, power to you, because I could sure use it. I'll tell you that. All right, so we're coming up on an hour, and I like to keep them around an hour, unless I'm doing like those marathon ones, which I do occasionally. But today I'm trying to get everybody ready. Please join the channel. I'm going to train you to be a tactical athlete. As you can see, MMA fighter. Fun fact, real quick. My very first video I ever posted on YouTube was me fighting a 2-time heavyweight MMA world champion. And the dude had over 100 pounds on me. The guy was over 7 foot tall. And he was the 2-time heavyweight world champion. And did he kick my ass? Yep. Can't win them all. And also, as harsh as this sounds, you can start out doing your road work with tennis shoes on. And if you're going to be soft about it, you can continue down that road. But I recommend you go down to Walmart and get you a good pair of steel-toe boots. And as crazy as it sounds, run and get the insoles. Spend the extra money to get the insoles so your feet they help. The insoles help a lot. Ask me how I know I work as a bouncer. I'm on my feet 12 hours a night wearing body armor. So you're, 12 hours a night wearing body armor on my feet. I know what I'm talking about. And I wear steel-toe boots, and I buy the expensive insoles to put inside them. And when you break them boots in, when you've gotten there, do your running with them steel-toe boots. Because if you're in a combat situation, you better hope you got on a good pair of boots. Because in war, there's going to be stuff strode everywhere. And you cut your foot up and you're done. Also, get you just a lightweight. I know you look at this and laugh. But we're going to do exercises with this that no weightlifter, no instructor's ever going to show you. Because we are not working on regular strength. We're working on combat strength. So, and we're going to rehab your shoulders if you got rotary problems and stuff. But that's why we go with lightweight. Okay? And we will go heavy, but I'm going to have you just sit there with that lightweight and just move it in odd angles. And it will strengthen your tendons up so you don't tear your tendons. That's important. Anybody could just bench press. Anybody could just curl. But doing all these weird movement exercises, get away from processed foods. They'll kill you. If you just get away from processed foods, you will feel better. You will. So get away from processed foods. And honestly, if you can't grow your own vegetables, I would forage. I would not eat these vegetables they sell in the store. There's too much pesticides on them. It's not safe. Or you could go organic, but man, that's expensive. Eating these wild edibles is free organic. Free organic. Now, if you want to put in the organic part of it, well, then you're saving $200 a week on groceries. Because the wild edibles, no pesticides, no fertilizers, no nothing. That's organic. And organic food is very expensive. So you eat the wild edibles, become a channel member. I'm going to start putting these videos out. Do this training program. And when you become an elite channel member, then I'll send you a link till we would literally be face to face, working out, because practice don't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. And what age did I start at? I started when I was 14 years old. I started working out when I was 14 years old. And I was the only kid that rode a Harley to school. And by the time as soon as I turned 14, actually, right before I turned 14, by the time I was 15, again, go to my community, look at the pictures, man. Just look at the pictures in my community. Watch some of my shorts. It'll show my size. At my age, it'll show I'm jacked, bro. And not from lifting heavy, stupid weight and tearing my body up. I can't do that. I can't risk an injury because I got to work, you know. I mean, as soon as this ordeal is over with Dad, I got to get back to work. So join the channel. Become a freaking a badass athlete. Weapon retention. Become a tactical athlete. Get you an EDC belt. Get you 2 EDC flashlights. Now, Bushnell, they sell this one. This is 400 luminous. Runs off batteries. They sell one that's just a little bit bigger. This 1,000 watt luminous. This rechargeable. I think that's a better deal because these batteries are very expensive. So I would, now when I get back to work and I'm making that money, right now I don't have it. But when I get back to work and I'm making that money, I'm going to buy the 1,000 watt ones. Bushnells. All right, so thank you for your super chats. Please join the channel. Become a tactical athlete. See, and I have a Rumble channel. All American Prepper 13. It's all ran together. All American Prepper and number 13. So stay ready. Stay dangerous. Stay deadly. Stay frosty. Strike first. Strike hard. Strike fast. And have a blessed day. And please subscribe to the channel.